lying to us a little bit at a time, you know? And that's not bad, when you figure, you know, I mean, a month
In less
ago.
than 30 days, they've shut down the
I think
entire
I'm
country,
talking
including
about
all
maintenance.
religious.
It's not really totally shut down, but it could have been, if he just said, I got bad news for you, we're gonna lose 250,000 people in the next 3 months.
We're gonna lose supposedly
You know.
110,000 in Ohio,
No.
according to the health director.
No, he's full of shit.
She,
She, okay.
she's very,
Then
she's a
full-
genius.
She's full of food.
Not gonna happen.
No, it's not.
You know what the problem that Geauga County's having is a lot with their Amish.
I heard that recently.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that.
well, they're not,
They're not
They're
on
not
TV,
distancing.
they're not getting the news, it's not
Yeah.
traveling around that fast.
Well, they're still working.
And they're
Yeah.
still,
And they all travel 6 to 8 to a van,
yeah,
you know, I mean.
they're not distancing
they're-
at all.
Yeah, because they're
I
still
saw
working.
them on the site today working.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Mr. Dixon, lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I forget, you've been here so long. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Dixon.
Amen.
We've got some minutes to tend to, March 2nd.
Okay. If anybody else has any problems with it, I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Mike? Yes. PJ?
Yes.
John?
Yes. March 16th.
I'll make that motion to approve.
Second?
Thank you.
Mike? Yes. PJ?
Yes.
John?
Yes. Special meeting on March 30th.
Yeah, I read those. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second? Mike? Yes. PJ?
Yes.
John?
Yes. Okay, the RFP, no, we're not quite there. Yeah, we're there in about 5 minutes. We'll go ahead and, I'm gonna introduce, Emmerich's report. You want me to give it, just, let me just, I'll highlight through that, Fred, if you. Emmerich did submit a report. They were still doing some plowing. We put down 23 tons of salt, which is a new March average, which was only 157 tons. Total for 1920 was 1,637 tons. And then our new yearly average is going to be 1,750. So we have about 1,600 tons of road salt in the dome. We have that plus or minus 10% ODOT contract, and so we can order an additional 200 tons and take it up, which we would like to do, and that would give us, buying on that ODOT contract, 3,800 tons. So despite what seemed to be a mild winter, we still had the normal amount of de-icing runs and salt put down. The Geauga County engineers have completed the surveying on Stafford Road between Messenger and 44. Center line is marked, and the right-of-way stakes are set. The potential awarding of the OPWC grant should be in early July. Clearing of small brush and trees was done on Bartholomew to get ready for the surface. Chip seal to asphalt conversion project we have going on that will open up, we had the bid opening already. We're going to have a recommendation from the county tonight. We also, Emmerich and I also attended a very informative meeting up at the engineer's office regarding subdivision specs, where we submitted that we would like to add testing to the specifications and to their new thickness specifications. So We did have some down tree calls, one at Washington and 44, one at Taylor May, and one on Fox. We did some coal patching. We re-rated all the roads, and that's preparing to get our crack seal bid out. And between Saturday the 28th and the 29th, we did experience a 100-year rainfall event. It did overload the drainage infrastructure. Water was observed in flowing over several roads, Taylor May, Barth, Quinn, Snow, Stafford. There were some trees down, but not on any of the township roads. We did get, calls to fill, clean up ditches and whatnot, which we did, and there was no interim minutes for this month. Let's see what we got here. 35. Okay. You want to take care of this, start your park pavilion project, PJ, or do you want to, what do you want to do?
Yeah, we received one request for proposal for a construction manager. We know him, we love him, we've worked with him before, Jim Dixon. So, having discussed this with the prosecutor's office, she suggested that since we only got the one proposal, we have to do a workaround on a few things. There's going to be no ranking of proposals because there's only one proposal that we do find to be qualified. So I'm going to read this resolution. 2020-13.
Troy in on that so he's not so difficult.
Yeah, you want to read that? I'm halfway in between.
Okay, whereas the Auburn Township Trustees announced the building of a new pavilion at the Auburn Community Park, and legal ad was posted in the Geauga County Maple Leaf requesting proposals for construction manager services, and the ad ran on February 27th and March 5th, 2020. And whereas the only one proposal for the construction manager services was received, and whereas the Board of Trustees has determined that the construction manager who submitted the sole proposal is qualified to provide the required services, therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, that hereby selects J. Dixon Company, Inc. as the candidate for the construction manager, and that the Board of Trustees shall pursue the negotiations of an appropriate contract with J. Dixon Company, Inc. for construction manager services. That's a
Motion to accept that resolution.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Okay, so having dispensed with that, we need to negotiate a contract with Mr. Dixon. I think there's some standard things around 10%. What were you thinking?
10%, 15. It's gonna take all summer to do this.
Yeah, we, in our ad for RFPs, I believe we used a budget of 155, which was to include
So that'd be 15.
which was to include the construction manager.
Yeah. That'd be 13.
Yes.
So could we, 10% be, would you want to subtract that fee, or you want to talk?
Well, the actual building cost we were looking at, I believe, Fred, if I remember this correctly, was 135 to 140.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, so that's,
And, yeah.
so that'd be 13.5. How about 11?
I'll do 13.5.
13.5? 12?
No. Too much time. This won't be done till fall, with all the pieces and parts.
13.5. What do you think?
Well, if we, that would bring us in under the 155. And of course, we've had some experience working with Jim before, and he tends to bring these in slightly under. The road department was, or the road building was.
Last three.
As long as we feel good about that 155 number, I think this brings us in under.
All right, I say that, I'll accept that. 13 and a quarter?
John,
Going once.
I'll make a motion to accept the bid at 13.5.
There you go, second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
We don't, did we get that contract done? This discussion, I went with the prosecutor's office late last week.
No, there's no contract. right
Okay,
now.
now,
It's probably gonna be,
I suggested to her that maybe we just shake hands, and she says, oh God, don't do that, so, you know.
Well, not with
I
the,
have one here, hold on.
not with the coronavirus. Did you have that check for coronavirus?
Yes, twice.
Okay, well, in that case, an AIA,
Did that
All I
come
have
from,
to do is write in the price, and then I'll
Just-
sign it, and then you guys,
we're gonna forward it to her.
yeah, you guys can
Yeah.
I
sign
think we
it.
could
As long as
use
you do that,
that.
sign it, then
This is
forward.
what we did
Yeah.
last
What do you
time.
Okay.
think? I like that idea.
This is what we did last time, so
All right.
I'll fill in the amount, sign it, and then
We'll
you,
forward it to her, and then we'll sign it.
okay.
Okay,
One of her concerns was, I don't know if you already talked to anybody about it yet, but one of her concerns was the financial assurance part of it.
actually, there's a paragraph at the end, and that's up to the board if
Yes.
we don't feel as though we can trust the construction manager.
Correct.
Talk about a bond.
Personally, I feel I could trust him. I would trust him with more than out of my own money, so.
That one she did mention, that could be waived, or is it?
Yeah, because it's in, I read the statute, it's the bottom paragraph.
Okay.
Okay, do you wanna fill that out?
I'll do it, yeah.
All right. So PJ can sign it. How many signatures you need, Jim?
I think it's two, I have to go to that page, but I think it's,
I think. we ought to
actually,
do a
no, it's only
motion on
one.
that then.
Huh?
I think we should do a motion on that.
yeah, I do too.
Motion
On
Yeah,
the
to,
let's,
waive-
here's
just
what,
to waive
let's
that requirement.
motion to accept this contract, we're gonna forward it to her, and I'll sign it when it comes back. Sorry, that's how we're gonna do it, that's what she asked for. So. But I'll make the motion to accept that contract with J. Dixon,
Contingent on prosecutor's approval. when they sign
prosecutor's
off.
approval,
You can sign off on your end of it.
13,500. There's a motion.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yeah.
John,
yes. Okay, next item is we need to make a motion to advertise for a design build team.
Right.
And it's gonna have to go out 16th and the 23rd with a deadline.
Must have to be out there 30 days, because the deadline is 5/15/20, 30 days.
Yeah, if I'm reading this right, if I may speak up here, it looks like Nancy wants to advertise on Thursday the 16th and Thursday the 23rd, which allows bids to be received on the 15th of May,
Mm-hmm.
a Friday. And if you guys, I heard you're only allowed to meet once a month, or is that?
No, we
optional?
can,
We can do whatever we need to do.
Okay,
And
if
we
you
are in
meet
a, we're
on the
trying to,
18th, we can decide and pick, design and build on the 18th,
mm-hmm.
that Monday, that's the second meeting of the month.
That
If you-
give you enough
If you
time.
have it,
That
or
is
if
the
you
second
pass on the
Monday.
first one and just do the second one.
Yeah,
Then we can
we'll-
get
we can get, this guy, whoever they are,
Mm-hmm,
underway in June.
yeah,
Otherwise, we lose a whole month.
yeah.
Well, yes, you're gonna have to have meetings if you got a construction project going.
Whether you have one on the 4th or not is up to you, but
Yeah.
the 18th would be the date that we could select a design and build firm and get them going on drawings and so
All
forth.
right,
It's
motion,
gonna take-
motion to advertise for design build team and 2
Already
concurrent
made it.
weeks.
Second?
Right.
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ.
Yes,
John.
Yes,
and that bid opening will be May 15th. No, May
They'll be
18th.
received on the 15th.
The deadline is May
On the
15th.
Yeah,
15th.
give you a weekend
4
to look
o'clock,
at them.
Close of business, and the opening will be on,
I don't expect much, but you may get
you want to do it on the 18th?
2 or 3.
I see no, yeah, sure,
Let's just do
absolutely.
it at the,
Yeah, at the 18th.
Okay,
The worst that could happen is
yeah,
if
because that would
we,
be a regular meeting.
Yeah.
yeah, it waits till May, but, you know, or June, I mean, if you do it on the 18th,
It'll get done.
you don't lose 2 weeks.
Yeah, it'll-
okay,
That's about it for that one. You,
well, we have,
Got a
the next
recommendation?
item is we do have a letter from the engineers recommending, I'll read it, I'm not gonna read the entire thing, but this is regarding the asphalt resurfacing of various roads, Auburn Township, Geauga County, recommendation of bid award. The office has reviewed the above referenced project. Lowest and most responsive bid for the project was submitted by Chagrin Valley Paving from Auburn Township in the amount of $903,417.60. The engineer's estimate on the project was $955,000, and they've included a bid tabulation. And they've gone over the project. The bid submitted by Chagrin Valley, they deem it's all intact. We have a potential start date, I believe it's the 1st of July about. That gives us time to get the roads prepped. We're out working on prepping the roads right now. We've probably got about 50% of Barth done. So anyway, I make a motion that we award a contract per the engineer's recommendation to Chagrin Valley Paving for the $903,417.60.
Second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
yes.
John.
Yes. Okay, one other item that's on the agenda here is the Department of Aging's senior pickup, since we've already canceled the large item pickup in the township and moved it till later in the year. And it's gonna, by later in the year, sometime in October, we'll have to, that's, senior section is really only done because we already have all the dumpsters for the township one. We will be canceling the standard July, first Saturday in first Saturday in June, large item pickup.
And we're not gonna do a specific time on that because we don't really know what's gonna happen, so.
Yeah, we may not do it at all.
There's no sense in rescheduling anything.
Right. And since time is of the essence, I think we have to discuss Memorial Day.
Yeah, we're gonna meet obviously one more time between now and then, but I'm gonna say all signs point towards cancellation of that
Yeah,
as well.
well, we can't have a group of more than 10 people, and we've
Yeah.
got way in excess of that, just. in-
There's no
just-
way we can go ahead with that.
Yeah.
Not safely.
Certainly doesn't appear that way right now. Okay, I had a couple other things I wanted
Okay.
to mention. One is, and Fred, I believe the date for this is gonna be, is it April 15th, the blood drive at Adam Hall that they're working on?
I-
Heard of this?
I think so, I don't know, it's on the website though.
Okay, I believe that's,
I don't know how many open slots they have. Do they have any?
I'm sure it's gonna be a call to schedule, because they,
Yeah, they're always
Yeah.
called scheduled, but
Yeah.
this is the blood drive that normally was held at the high school. And since that you can't get out of class to go give blood, they're thinking that you may have fewer participants show up, and maybe you're not down here at Adam Hall. But if everybody who's already signed up shows up, there's 2 or 3 extra slots. That's what the lady from the school told me.
Well, they're just gonna, whoever's doing the scheduling is just gonna,
Yeah,
they're gonna have to
but,
handle that.
you know, I don't think it's a bad spot to let the Red Cross know that if they want to do a follow-up blood drive and a month later, and open to the general public, I'm not opposed to
oh,
that.
absolutely, I mean, that building can't really be used for anything but
Right now,
both
no.
things right now
No,
anyway.
it's a perfect
so.
location. They come in, they do a one-stop setup, they bring everything, so. It's a great, I think right now, I just heard tonight they're catching up on blood again, because a whole lot of people went in this week, but I don't think that's something that you ever get too much of.
Okay.
What else you got there?
The other thing is, you know, based on the Wuhan flu that's going around, teleworking policy that other townships have looked into splitting their road department into groups A and groups B, and John,
No,
I
we're
think
not
you and I
doing-
talked about it, it makes no sense. We
That's
get
ridiculous.
to the point where we can do things safely, we're not about to split it into two groups now.
No.
But, you know, the government is essentially on a shutdown now. We do have some zoning cases going, and we do have the ability to forward numbers. Fred, looks like you took the time here to work this up with Auburn Township plugged in. This would be primarily for our office staff. The intention is to have a person here daily, and I have full faith that that's gonna happen, that we'll have someone in the office business hours. But the other employee, however this works out, will have the opportunity to work from home. There's some requirements that are referenced here. And basically, this leaves office staff on call, but with the ability to access their email and phones from home. Something we've never addressed
We
before.
have 2 people in here, so what exactly are we accomplishing?
Agree with Fred.
Fred's here in and out, he can,
Yeah, Fred's not required to be here.
he can come, he could never come, if he never come back if he gets, it's a bug or something.
Get a better offer.
I don't know, and if we had 10 people in here, it'd be a different story, but I don't.
Well, basically, we've got 2 people, and one of them has to be here.
And the other one's on call, but the other one,
Jane's gonna drop and run in here from Twinsburg? I don't think so.
well, yeah, because it's this must be cleared with directors, direct supervisors. So that would be Frank in Jane's situation, and it would be in this board or Fred and Nancy's situation.
Well, like I said, in the case of Jane, you have to talk to Frank first and see what kind of, you know, what her work schedule is, what can be accomplished at home. Is there a
Yeah,
viable?
all these is with the approval of direct
Yeah.
supervisors.
So this
Yeah,
is
I
just a
think-
policy,
I
it's,
think
we're not,
this is the way
we're not,
I
we're not
read it.
giving anybody any time off, we're just establishing a policy, should we need one, because we don't have one
That's right. And this came through Otarma with some Auburn Township, I believe, adjustments.
So I said, I read through that, I have no problem having it as a policy because we're not taking any action on it, it's just giving us a policy that we can act upon if we have to, right now.
There could be a situation where somebody has to stay at home if they're exposed to somebody,
Right,
so we probably should have something in place.
that's right, because like I said, if somebody does have to come home and then you still have that one person there, so the other person will have to be here, we still wanna have one person during business hours. I mean, we can do a lot of the stuff remotely, I prefer having somebody here. Even though we can't let anybody in, just for their own safety.
Right.
There's people always trying to break in.
Well, yeah, as I said, that leaves all this in the ultimate decision of the direct supervisors of the employees. So I'm gonna make a motion to approve that policy.
I'll second.
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes. Okay, you, no checks or anything?
Well, PJ's gotta sign this whole stack of stuff, then you give it to the other guy there. in the Black.
so just hold on to it.
Oh, is that how we got a new
And
system?
then you sign those things down there and you send them back down to us.
Is that gonna be?
I ain't
a
trying
new-
to train these guys.
Is this gonna be a new system we're gonna use, or what?
We'll try it out for a couple of meetings, see how it works.
Organized confusion.
What if, can you scan these things and make sure they don't have any diseases on them? Okay. Motion of all motions?
Oh, wait,
Oh, we're not taking any comments.
oh, that was only for your meeting on Friday, there was no word about that on your website.
Motion of all motions?
I
Second.
There's
don't
not
think
gonna be a
that-
meeting on Friday, the meeting is gonna be on the
No,
18th.
no, your previous meeting on Friday, it was announced at the on your website that there would be no public comment for that bid opening, and that would have been for Friday.
That's
Your meeting is
fully
the 6th.
conducted by the county engineer's office, and there will be no public comment tonight. Second.
Or the next meeting? Yes?
Mike,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
John,
Yes, let's go. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm gonna give it to you because it knows where to end up.
I know.
Gentlemen, thank you
PJ gets a
for your
Thank you.
time. I will be in touch with Nancy to more or less confirm the RFP that goes in the paper for
She'll handle
the
it.
county bill, okay?
Yep.
Now we have the date. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good evening. Good to
Oh,
see you,
hey,
Chief.
Jim, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
That, take that.
Okay,
Oh, you've got a partner in this.
okay, thank you.
This is the, Chagrin Valley contract.
So are things,
Busy.
everybody settling in with this?
We've been changing our
Already
protocols
saw this
daily,
in
it
Friday.
seems like. Been crazy. Well, it's doing
They don't share
okay.
anything with me.
Huh?
They don't share anything with me.
We've had a couple transports
Do you
with
have
Nice
potentials,
note from Carl.
no positive.
Have they contacted, anybody contacted you to get, Dennis's information?
Yeah, this is.
So they have a breakdown of,
On your papers, what information does he need?
They just wanted his
I
contact.
know, the
information.
county has it
They have
by,
his phone number and stuff. They wanted to invite him to a virtual
cases
meeting.
by
Here, you want me to give you three?
Yeah,
zip code, or by township.
The only thing the
It's
county's
by
really
zip
been
code,
doing
yeah.
is they've been putting out the situational awareness report.
Dennis.
You seen that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's where he made the comment about,
Dennis's number is 440.
I think that's when we hit 33.
4,
724.
He was bringing up like
9, 8,
these people going around Home Depot for
987.
entertainment.
Yeah. And you get to watch the governor today.
Yeah.
Or the
Very nice.
Okay. Well, have fun, gentlemen. I'll sign my stuff.
I'm gonna get out too. You guys take care.
Have a good night.
Stay in as much away from this as I have.